Hi. So, I wasn't planning to do another reading tonight or anytime soon, but I actually went out tonight for the first time in a while, and I kind of feel like keeping the party going. And being Marie Antoinette's birthday, um, and that being a big theme here, I thought maybe we could do some experiments. And anyway, kind of looks like Marie Antoinette. I have a big hat on from Russia. Um, Anyways, I thought we'd do an experiment and see if there are any messages that want to come through from the other side. Maybe from Marie Antoinette. Who knows? And/or this will just be a creative reading. Marie Antoinette was pretty much an innovator and ahead of her time, so maybe something really interesting will come through. We'll see. So, anyways, just gonna pull some from the planetary decks and a bunch of other decks and see what happens. So, planets. North Node. Have faith in something. Benefit success. Saturn's on the bottom. Saturn's all about karma and lessons and things like that. So, signs. North Node. It's also your true node. North Node, true node. North Node and what? And Libra is also kind of wanted to come. And Scorpio. And Marie Antoinette was a Scorpio, so Aquarius is on the bottom. We'll go with that. Purification to resurrect. Secrets resulting from the power of extraordinary in what house, what area of life? Seventh house, 10th house, partnership. A lot of cards came with that one, so let me just try it again. What house? 4th house. What makes you feel secure, support your home base, family, as you did in the past. So, North Node in Scorpio, the 4th house. It's funny, I have Libra, well, it's kind of like just depending on the house system, Libra Scorpio in the 4th house, which is my south node. It's the opposite of your north node. Yeah, so need more space. Here. Let's see. We usually leave this one for last, so let's start with the Manera card. These always give fun, different, like, I don't know, they're a little bit different. wants to come through? Two of air. Moon in Libra. It's funny because today is the 2nd November, but Libra, we did have Libra Scorpio, so that's the Oscars avalanche. I don't know, the moon being important. Moon is in Aries right now. New beginnings. It just looks very snowy. Knave of air, lots of air energy, so lots of messages coming through. And the Two of water, there we go on the bottom. It's Two of water, so Venus in Cancer it says, but it's probably referring to today. The 2nd of November, which was her birthday. So 22, and lots of air. A lot of protection and support, kind of like the 4th house, your home, family. And the Two of Cups, it's a meeting halfway, which is what I kind of asked for before I started this reading, to meet halfway. Seeing eye to eye, it's understanding someone else. It's has to do with emotion and just sort of like exchanging emotion, even if it's more on a subconscious level. I feel like it's some sort of coming together, meeting of two like minds or two like spirits that sort of get each other. They're still sort of opposite. Usually there's a man and a woman, like here. It's funny, like, or not funny, but you know, that he's kind of like, looks like he's strangling her. And the moon again in the background. And yeah, usually two people that are of like spirit coming together, seeing eye to eye, complimenting each other, exchanging some sort of, I mean, it could just very well be meeting place. And usually I feel like there's some sort of like emotional takeaway with the Two of Cups. It's deeper than the Two of Wands. It's yeah. Let's pull one from the Hermetic Tarot. No. Magician was 10 of Pentacles. It's funny because I have Madonna's Vogue there, and she's dressed as Marie Antoinette in that. Scorpio. Marie Antoinette was a Scorpio. Mercury, Scorpio. Came up with the last one, so let me shuffle these just to make sure that got some fresh energy or something. The moon, again, Pisces, ruler of flux and reflux. It always reminds me of the never-ending story because of the two towers and that part in the movie where he's having to like run through the, I don't remember what it's called, but to get to someplace, the beetle. I did look up her chart before this, and her sun sign in Scorpio is aspecting both the other two water signs, Cancer and Pisces. So there's a lot of like spiritual, mystical, psychic sort of energy coming through. Both towers have a lock. I don't know if that means anything to you, but just notice that. Bottom is the King of Wands. Maybe I'll pull one more from this deck. It's brand new and I haven't really gotten used to it yet. What else? Knight of Cups, bringing some sort of emotional, spiritual energy forward. Lord of Waves and Water. Four of Cups. Four of Cups can also mean past lives, too. Which I found out a long time ago, but I always forget that meaning of the card. It's noticing something, too, in the Knight of Cups. Maybe the Knight of Cups is bringing something to your attention, and it just takes you noticing it, not, Cancer again, and fourth house Cancer, and here we have Aquarius and Pisces, so same sorts of energies coming through. The moon is a very, dark side of the moon, light side of the moon, however you read that, but because the moon can be deceptive, it can also be illuminating and talk about emotions and things that like flux and reflux, things that push and pull you, that sort of, even on a subconscious level, dictate your actions. Pisces is ruled by the 12th house, and those are the things that are hidden from you. Fortitude came up in the last reading. Wheel of Fortune, astrology wheel sometimes, coming full circle with something. Fortitude, the Strength card. I think of my grandma, whose name was Leona, so Leo, kind of like that, and like watching over someone. Winged Beetle. Maybe at the end I'll read from the book and find out the real meanings of those cards. Eight of Wands, messages coming through. Nothing ever is, but all things are becoming. All things are offspring of flux and motion, Plato. The Violet Wave by Georges Lacombe, 19th century, Paris, France. I haven't even shuffled yet, but it makes me think of the song that I have playing that I like as background music. It's from, it's a theme song of Contempt by George Delerue, I think. Theme de Camille, which was my name in Spanish. I took Spanish. King of Wands, lots of, seriously, like I think this came up in the last one that I referenced that movie and said it looks like how she's imagining the guy that she liked. Self-confidence is the first requisite to great undertakings. Injustice. This above all to thine own self be true, and it must follow as night to day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Shakespeare. This is Napoleon, Crossing the Alps by Jacques-Louis David, 1800, Schloss, Charlottenburg, Berlin, Germany. King of Wands, though, it's a visionary. It's someone who thinks big and sees the big picture and isn't afraid to, make those things into reality and brings the right people in and to help with that. And could be talking about a person, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's see what else wants to come through. Eight of Swords again. Columbus Crossing the Atlantic by N.C. Wyeth. Or did I get the Eight of Wands before? I don't remember. You can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Having courage. The Empress is on the bottom. Only passions, great passions, can elevate the soul to great things. Dennis Diderot, St. Catherine of Alexandria, by Raphael, 1508, London, UK. It's really dry in here. Does Marie Antoinette want to come through? The Moon again. Sleeping Gypsy by Henry Rousseau, 1897. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. So much Moon Piscean energy. The Moon here too. And I think of how the minor arcana is sort of a parallel or minor reflection of the major arcana. And the two in the major arcana is the High Priestess, associated with Pisces oftentimes, or Scorpio, and the Moon. So much lunar energy in the Nine of Cups. And that's funny because in the second playlist, I have something by Bonnie McKee, and I first chose it because, well, I mean, it kind of looks like the imagery of the Nine of Cups, the traditional imagery, and going with the theme of Marie Antoinette that has been for the last few months, and how she said she wanted something easy to wear in the garden. That's about it, but it's also, the publishing date was November 2nd, which is her birthday, so here we go. Nine of Cups, her birthday. Riding on the Strand by Frank P. Stonelake, London, UK. Anything else from this deck? King of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Hangman. Lots of Queen of Cups on the bottom. Page of Cups is Cupid and Psyche by Edward Burne-Jones, UK again. Lord George Gordon Byron. And how every life, Cupid's always trying to find Psyche. I think there's another myth that, if I can remember it, I'll bring it up. King of Pentacles, Portrait of King Charles II by John Michael Wright. Again, London, UK. And the Hangman, Two Acrobats by Ernst Kirchner, Switzerland, Kirchner Museum. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Only our characters is steadfast, not our gold. I think about the first time this card popped up, and I was saying it reminded me of some sort of, I think it was this card, Cubist or something, and it turns out, well, maybe it wasn't this card. No, I don't think it was this card, never mind. But it was something I was talking about that I said looked very Cubist. It was the Tightrope Walker. And turns out he was more of an impressionist, but he was hanging out with a friend at the time whoever the artist was, I don't really remember right now, but he was very influenced by that friend who was a cubist painter. So just being able to like sort of really get into the mind, the intention behind the painting, or the influence behind the painting, beyond what, and that was just my like first instinct. I didn't even know the artist really. The moon is number 18 in the major arcana. 9 of Cups. Both being a 9. 18. Hi. Hangman again. 10 of Cups. Ace of Wands. Ancient of Days by William Blake. Whatever you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. I was hoping to get the Versailles card because I thought that would be very indicative that Antoinette was with us. I'm not afraid of things like that. Ten of Pentacles again. Emperor. Henry VIII. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Yes. I don't know how to say it, but there's nothing half so sweet in life as love's young dream. Thomas More. The Lovers by Paul Merce. 1870. Hungarian National Gallery, Budapest, Hungary. Again on the bottom, Page of Cups. Some messages coming in. Maybe I'll come back to this deck in a little bit. Page of Cups is like the kind of, if it's not a message, it's the kind of kid that like goes to school for their crush, grows up to be the queen or the king of cups. Everything's done out of love. Maybe I'll pull one from this Paulina tarot. I also pulled 3 runes prior to this, just the Arcano. It's a bee. Means growth or something. Maybe I'll put links below. Sun. Soul something, S. And again, inheritance. I think is TH alphabetically. This is a new deck. They're a little bit stiff. Let's see, what else wants to come through for tonight, for today? Eight of Cups. I think we got the Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups. It's usually walking away from something. It came through in the last reading, which technically was for today, so. And the Eight of Cups I usually refer to as the 8th house, which is Scorpio. Some sort of journey. Looks like Wizard of Oz or something. Yeah, follow the yellow brick road. Wheel of Fortune's on the bottom again. Always, yeah, I do think of like some sort of roulette or yeah, just sort of luck. And sometimes the astrology wheel, winds of change, and there's Scorpio in this card, I think. Usually this just reminds me of because of the girl there, the actual show Wheel of Fortune, and like Vanna White about to like spin the wheel. Chance, luck. Got angels all around me. Just thought of Chance the Rapper. Again, but I was up to be 18, the moon. Five of Swords. Temperance again. It's being like shut out of something, or feeling shut out. On the run. Usually they're outside, walking past a building, so I think of like on the run. But Six of Cups. This came through in the last reading too, and I did say it kind of reminded me of that clip that I think I have in the August playlist from that movie, Antoinette. I did see Kirsten Dunst one time. My birthday is right around Thanksgiving. Sometimes it falls on Thanksgiving, and one year it did, and there was nothing open in New York, so we ended up at the Bowery Hotel, a few places that were open because they have a big bar there, and it was like a girls' trip to the bathroom, and I saw Kirsten Dunst come out of the, she was there doing that same thing, and which I had seen that movie like I don't know how many times. I think I said in the last video about how I've watched it during my making of my senior collection so many times, so it was very surreal to see her. It was like watching Rihanna come out of the bathroom, but everyone deserves to be able to go to the bathroom in peace, so I never said anything to her. But the sun's on the bottom, 19. I do have it at 19 in the August playlist. It's very enjoying life, enjoying childhood-like pleasures. Memories coming back, nostalgia, memories from the past lives sometimes, relationships, just very like being taken care of, being shown something. It's very like carefree energy. It's, the sun is great no matter what. And it came up, I think, in the last night's reading, I don't know how many times, light illuminating, maybe the sun itself didn't, but and the Swords again. It's kind of like I told you, kind of, that's what just popped to mind. Two of Pentacles. Judgment. What do you want to know? Kind of some sort of balancing act. How? Why? How are things connected? And the Judgment is 20, but it reduces down to 2, so again, 2, 2, 22. Sometimes I relate the numbers of cards to the degrees in a birth chart, and I think she just has a lot of things at 22 degrees. I don't remember what right now, but what do you want to know, or what do you want to say? I mean, I really don't know if I'm like, but that'd be fun to see, you know. The Empress, the Five of Wands. Adding up to 8, so I think of infinity and power. Five of Wands, a little bit of chaos, but they were both reversed. So, or this one was reversed, so it's like untangling the spider web, untangling the mess, getting clear direction. The Empress is associated with Venus, and peacock there, and her lion, and Judgment again is on the bottom. Being held up, I want to say, like, it's like cats in the cradle, or some sort of, again, a museum. I think I brought this up before. Museum of Science and Industry. They had a Cinderella's palace. It was big, like, it was my favorite thing when I was little. Big palace, sort of dollhouse sort of thing, and you did have Nightingale. Garden scene where there was someone being like held up. It looked a lot like that. Judgment, Epiphany. Crisscrossing or uncrossing the wires. High Priestess, which came from last reading too. Again, associated with the moon and Pisces and any water sign, but usually Pisces and the moon, and the mysteries, uncrossing the mysteries of life, uncrossing the confusion, instruction. Seven of Wands. So again, standing up for something or standing up for someone. Ten of Wands. Carrying a lot of, it's the end of it's crossing the threshold, it's crossing the line, it's crossing over. It's laying something down, laying something to rest. It's carrying a lot of burden, that all these ideas, all these things that you've been mulling over in your mind, and just sort of like pushing a wheelbarrow up a hill without wheels or something like that, full of rocks. It's that kind of energy, just sort of just dragging your feet sort of at the end of the rope, end of the line. Borders, I think, too, and Ace of Swords. Reversed. In line. Just in time or something, maybe. Just at the end of the line or something. Just an eye on her. King of Wands again, I just randomly flipped to it. Maybe the King of Wands is important. Ten of Pentacles again. And Justice again. $11. Ten of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. So Ten of Cups is like your dream reality situation. It's like sort of just a happy ending to something. It's rainbows, and I always think of picnics and like spending time outside with your family and barbecues, and Knight of Pentacles. Taking your time getting there. Priestess again. You rule by the moon, and having like moon in maybe a earth sign, which means you do take your time getting somewhere, but it's very like Judgment again. Let's pull one from the Angel Love, Angel Oracle deck, or whatever it's called. What do you want to tell people? What do you want people to know? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Having people around you that you enjoy, entertain you, that help you, support you, make you feel okay. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Letting go of something, like the Ten of Wands, putting things down, putting things to rest, letting things go. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Something that you're passionate about, something that engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, so passionately engaging in some sort of something. Anything else from this deck? There's so much moon and Piscean and water energy and Two of Cups and engagement, passion, High Priestess, to Scorpio, 2nd of November. What else? You deserve love, you're lovable, and release your ex. Time has come to you deserve love. And the ones that fell out are soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, and make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And there's a lot of just passion, engagement, soulmate sort of. I mean, I feel like Scorpio in the 4th house is about your soul, and it's about your home and the closest people to you, and the depths of something too, depths of love, and feeling that maybe with someone else, and maybe that's what she's talking about. I'll pull from the Toth deck and shuffle. Two cups on the bottom where I split it. Okay. Two of Swords. Again, Moon and Libra. Peace. Just like something else. Two, lots of partnership kind of things, and 2 cups. The Sun again, and interference, 8 of Swords. Just asking, what do you want people to know? The Sun. Of being sort of like surrounded by your thoughts, or usually she's like captured by her thoughts, but 8 again. 19, Sun. 4 of Cups again. Cancer, Moon again. We really Cancer is ruled by the Moon, so and especially if you have like Cancer rising, and I think she did. And I know from looking at my own birth chart that means that you are a true lunar child. You are, your whole chart's set up by the Moon, ruled by the Moon. All the houses, all the signs, everything is sort of dictated by the Moon. I think maybe she's just wanting to let us know that she's here. The Sun, 4th house, 8th house. For me, it's 4th house is Scorpio for me, and for general people, it's the 8th house. So Sun and Scorpio. Sun is your persona, your ego, who you are. It's and like I think I did say something about aspects to Cancer, to Pisces. Temperance, art is on the bottom. I'm going to try to listen more so than talk this time and feel my way through this a little bit instead of trying to fill every moment of the video. We're already at 45 minutes. Oh my goodness, maybe I'll make 2 videos because I feel like we're just getting warmed up. High Priestess again. And 8 of Cups again. Pisces again. Or, 8th house. Things that you're unaware of or don't know how to approach. What you've left behind. Or what you're coming back for. The Hermit. Virgo here. 9. Searching, looking. Seeing beyond the veil, seeing behind the curtain, seeing the other side. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. So much lunar energy, it's weird. So much moon. Princess of Swords. Five of Swords again. Saturn and Leo. Again, I think this came up before, sort of like I told you, something Hierophant. Some sort of gathering. A few more cards and then do different videos. I'm just getting warmed up and I can't believe it's already 50 minutes. The Star, Aquarius. 12 on the bottom. Priestess again. And the Four of Pentacles, Sun, Capricorn. Yeah, so maybe there's some Capricorns out there that, because the Devil just did come up, and Devil's ruled by Saturn, and or it's associated with Saturn, and Saturn rules over Capricorn, so maybe something about a Capricorn coming through. Moon in Capricorn. Fortress, something like getting your power back, holding on to something. Mine, something that belongs to you. Your two. Bar? Eight of Cups, your two, or your Moon. Three of Swords. Saturn and Libra. Ace of Swords again. home. You feel like home. Hierophant. And the Six of Wands, victory. Again, the strength or lust card in this deck. Leo, again, loving. Again, Leo here too. Jupiter and Leo. Hierophant. When I'm thinking about fashion, I think of the Hierophant being like, I mean, not everything in the playlists are exactly what there's tons of meanings, so not everything is, I usually think of like Condé Nast, Hierophant, some sort of big corporation or something, and Six of Wands, like intersections and little parade. Hierophant, also government. Six, 5 actually ends up being an 11, so 11, 11, 22. Again, maybe those planets are important. High Priest, High Priestess came up, cathedrals, things like that, any sort of Ace of Cups. Stars on the bottom again. So the cathedral maybe in, because I think of Lust for Life, Lana Del Rey, she's singing the cathedral, and the Queen of Fire. I said before, it looks like a mini Versailles. Same thing. Moon's on the bottom again. So many, I don't know how many times the moon has popped out. Ebb and flow, moon, your mother, your mother's line, feeling, emotion. Almost like a bonfire or something like that. And cave paintings or some sort of desert, or Isis and Osiris usually I think is what is represented here. Again, it's push and pull. Sun's on the bottom again. The Three of Cups and Six of Swords. So movement. Usually, see again here it's science, so there's different meanings. Sometimes it's like moving a fine line or moving across something, moving across water. Three of Cups, celebration. Alright, this is where I'm going to take a break and do the second video.